Sports. As you're coming in, please help us to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out when next we come live. You see, a lot to be discussed right now. Let us talk about Manchester United, going on United States tour without the likes of Sancho, Garnacho, Malasia, and others. I want to narrow it down particularly to Sancho and, of course, Garnacho. You see, what is Nicholas Jackson's situation right now with Chelsea? What is going on with Nicholas Jackson? Also, Arsenal, finally got their price target, you know, a done deal, a here it is for Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal. What is happening with HATO? Is there any update on HATO? These are things I want us to find out right now, as see they hot. As see they hot. Make we run them ASAP, ASAP. As you are joining us, please, you are welcome. As you are joining from YouTube or TikTok, you are highly, highly welcome. Also, we'll be looking at Viktor Simons. What is Chelsea next move for Viktor Simons? What is the progression on Viktor Simons' potential move to Chelsea? But what is also the situation of Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea? These are things that I would really like us to, touch light one after the other. As you are joining us, you are welcome. If you are joining from YouTube, you are welcome. If you are hitting us up on TikTok, you are welcome. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn on notification bell, and of course, remain with us. I remain your humble boy, Mr. Linah. Now, starting with Nicholas Jackson, it is now clear that Nicholas Jackson is one player that will have to fight for his place at Chelsea. Nicholas Jackson now has to do everything humanly possible to fight for his place at Chelsea, or everything will be decided by him leaving the club. You see, Nicholas Jackson right now wants to fight for his place at Chelsea, but if an offer comes from a club like Manchester United, Nicholas Jackson is not going to say no. As a matter of fact, Chelsea is still very much interested in Garnacho, but they are waiting to see if Nicholas Jackson case and Man United will be serious. They are looking to see if Manchester United will come into Nicholas Jackson deal with all seriousness. Then Garnacho topic can come up. You see, Garnacho is one player right now that the club, Manchester United 100%, has decided to let Garnacho be. They are decided to move on without Garnacho. They are decided not to have anything or whatsoever to do with Garnacho ever again. Man United and Garnacho is done. Man United and Garnacho like this is done. They are moving on without him. Man U, of course, has traveled to United States, and when they left, they dropped Garnacho, they dropped Sancho, they dropped Anthony, they dropped Malasia, they dropped these people. Maguire not also traveling with them, but Maguire case is different. Maguire did not travel in Man United simply because he is currently injured. But Garnacho at Manchester United is 100% over. Remember, Garnacho used his own hand to tell Man United that he wants to leave, that he wants to go play elsewhere. Man U has given him that opportunity to search for another club and continue his journey without the club. Now, why am I mentioning Garnacho? Garnacho is one player that Chelsea is still very much interested in. The club is very much interested in signing Garnacho. They are very much interested in signing Garnacho. But however, Chelsea will be looking at the possibility of Manchester United coming for Nicholas Jackson. They'll be looking at the possibility of Man United coming for Nicholas Jackson, and Garnacho might not likely enter into that deal as a swap deal. Godwin Success have a low network. Sorry about that, my brother. So painful. Sorry about that. Join us when your network is better. You see, Garnacho right now with Man U is over, right? But Chelsea is looking at the possibility of Man U coming for Garnacho, and when they do, Chelsea might not enter into a deal with Man U on swap deal basis, because with the way it is, Manchester United cannot outrightly pay 80 million pounds for a player like Nicholas Jackson. They don't have what it takes right now to pay him that amount because of financial fair play. because of financial fair play, they will not be able to pay him that amount. The biggest screen from Greensby just joined us on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. God bless you for joining us all the way from Canada. So Garnacho right now, his career at Man United is over. Chelsea can bail him out by giving him a second chance. But for that to happen, Manchester United need to come into a deal to sign Nicholas Jackson. We are looking at the possibility of letting Nicholas Jackson go. We're looking at the possibility of letting Nkunku go. So these are the two things the club is 100% looking at right now. And when we are able to achieve this thing, Garnacho to Chelsea might likely be here it is. But remember, there is nothing concrete at this stage. What I am explaining right now is a mere possibility from both sides. Man U has not officially, entered into the race to sign, Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Neither has Chelsea officially informed Man U that they want to sign Garnacho. But these are the possibility that can possibly, yes, you can subscribe, Omar, you can subscribe. These are possibility that can make this deal become what it is, become here it is. Garnacho to Chelsea, Nicholas Jackson to Manchester United. As you all know, Manchester United did not also travel with Garnacho. It is quite disappointing that it is happening this way for Garnacho. Man United did not travel with Garnacho. Garnacho is a player that Chelsea gave a second chance. We gave him a second chance. We told him that, come, we will be there for you. Come, we will give you a new beginning. Come, we will give you a beautiful chance to kick off your career. What did Sancho do? He left simply because the amount he is asking for, Chelsea is not ready to pay that amount. As a matter of fact, there is no club in Europe right now that will pay Sancho, what Chelsea was ready to offer him. No club in Europe will pay Sancho 180 million K. 180,000 pounds. Sorry about that mistake. No club in Europe will pay Sancho 180,000 pounds, but Chelsea was willing to pay him that amount. Chelsea was willing to make his move at Chelsea permanent. I am coming to Xavi. Chelsea was willing to make his move at Chelsea permanent, but he refused to take a pay cut and remain a Chelsea player. He was even willing to join Juve. He was willing to join Juve for 100K a week. But unfortunately, that deal did not scale through. Now, Manchester United has still left him behind. It is all over for this young talent at Man U. Sancho, why not take a pay cut and play for a team that will give you everything, and play for a team that will not just give you trophy, that will give you everything and give you a new home? In just your loan spell with Chelsea, we gave you a trophy that no other club may likely give you in a long time. We gave you Conference League. You are already on a perfect condition to go to the Club World Cup. Now, Chelsea won the Club World Cup without you. You had the opportunity of making it happen with Chelsea. Because of the fact that you are not ready, you are not willing to take a pay cut, you left. Now, no club can even offer you what Chelsea was willing to offer you. And now, Manchester United has left you behind. These are the problem. These are the problem for Garnacho, Sancho at Man United. Even Anthony was also dropped. Unfortunately for Anthony, he was impressive last season for Real Betis. But of course, he already informed Man United that he wants to leave. And Man U doesn't want to work with any player that don't want to commit and be committed for Manchester United. So these are the problem. Nicholas Jackson right now, more than willing to fight for his place at Chelsea. 100% willing to fight for his place at Chelsea. But the coming of, João Pedro, the coming of, Liam Delap has literally changed everything in this our dear club, Chelsea. Two things are involved for Nicholas Jackson right now. Fight for your place or leave. Fight for your place or leave. Fight for your place or leave. Man U has been showing key impression. They have been showing key interest on the boy, but they have not come out officially to make Chelsea understand that they want to sign the boy. They have not come to make it, clear that they want to sign the boy. So these are the problem. And now Man U have left them behind. Let him leave. Low, of course, he messed up already. Man U is already leaving him behind. So these are the issue. Manchester United left without them to their United States tour, their Club World Cup tour. Exactly. Sancho doesn't know what is in Europe right now. He doesn't know. He thought how things are done before, it's how things are done now. No club will pay him 180k. No club will pay him that amount that Chelsea was even willing to pay him. No club right now will pay him that amount. And I kid you not. I kid you not. So, meanwhile, let us go over to transfer news. Viktor Gyökeres finally to Arsenal. Here it is. Arsenal has finally, gotten that player that they wanted so bad. We don't want any excuse next season. We don't want any excuse. You look like Biggie from WWE. Who is Biggie? We don't want any excuse next season at all. We don't want any excuse from Arsenal next season. They have gotten good players. Zubimendi, Noni Madueke, Viktor Gyökeres. They have been, in fact, they have signed key players. So it is either Mikel Arteta perform next season or he leaves. It is either Mikel Arteta wins Arsenal trophies or he leaves. If Mikel Arteta cannot win Arsenal trophies, there is no point keeping him beyond next season. And it should be clear. They have all the players. They have a proper striker. The only thing that they should be praying for is for their boy, Viktor Gyökeres, to deliver. MJ on TikTok said fact. Of course it is. Thank you so much, Yusuf Doma. Thank you for always tuning in to watch our videos. It is clear. Mikel Arteta's situation with Arsenal right now, perform or leave. If you do not perform, you leave. That is just what it is. Viktor Gyökeres, after very much long deliberation and everything, he is finally an Arsenal player. Remember, it took Arsenal a while before they were able to land Viktor Gyökeres. It took them a while. Sporting Lisbon frustrated that deal. Hello, have Chelsea signed Xavi Simons? Not yet, Gabriel, I'm coming to that. It took them a while to sign Viktor Gyökeres. So, the superhero in this Arsenal, Viktor Gyökeres and Sporting situation is Gyökeres himself, Viktor himself. He is the only one that insisted, that said he is only going to play for Arsenal. Manchester United wanted to come in that minute. He said he only wants to play for Arsenal. That he only wants to play for Arsenal. Every other person that were coming in, he doesn't want to know. Javier Alejandro from Ecuador, thank you for tuning in. So that is just what it is. Viktor Gyökeres is the hero in this deal. He is the one that made sure. In fact, he was the one that stubbornly pushed the deal. He was the one that stopped going to training. He was the one that made it clear to Arsenal owners to look. Sporting owners that look, I want to leave and I want to play for only Arsenal. Now, how much did Arsenal get him? 63.5 million euros. 63.5 million euros. Then additional 10 million based on add-ons. That add-ons could be other things that Arsenal will get involved with. If they win Champions League, if they win Premier League, if he score this type of goal, if he score this, if he does that, if he does this. So that is that. Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal now signed and sealed. Now coming back home to Chelsea, I want us to talk about two important players right now that Chelsea is very much interested in. One is HATO. What is the latest update on him? The second one is Xavi Simons. Let me make something very clear. For those asking on TikTok and my family, over 64 persons on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to our page, please do subscribe so that you get notified when we are coming through with informations like this. You will never regret, subscribing to Mr. Linah. Subscribe and like our page. Those on TikTok, thank you for your gift. Thank you for liking. Thank you for everything. So back to the matter. Let us start with Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons is a creative player. He is a creative player, i.e., he is an attacking midfielder. Xavi Simons is a player that can also play as a winger. Xavi Simons is a player that can come into Chelsea and do wonders and perform perfectly well. Xavi Simons is 22. He is a hard worker. He is a distributor. He is a goal scorer. As a matter of fact, a player that Liverpool bought for 100 and something million, a player that they bought for 100 and something million, scored the same number of goals with Xavi Simons last season. Scored the same number of goals. Florian Wirtz, that is now playing for Liverpool, scored the same number of goals with Xavi Simons. And some people will still come and whine you and tell you that Xavi Simons, oh, Queen of Greenville, thank you for that. Some people will still come and whine you and tell you that Xavi Simons is not good. You can imagine that. Xavi Simons, that is a creator. The only stumbling block here for me is the fact that Chelsea will want to offload Nkunku and João Felix before this deal can be effective. They will want to let go of these two players so that it can be easier to bring in Xavi Simons. Just get the clearer details on this deal. That is just what it is. But for Xavi Simons, he wants to play for Chelsea. Xavi Simons have made it clear. He has said it. He has said it that if he wants to come to English Premiership, the best club in English Premiership is Chelsea. Fact, I am not making this up. He said it. And if there is any club he will quickly say yes to right now, it is Chelsea. And as at the time of making this video, Chelsea is very much in discussion with RB Leipzig for his signature. We are currently talking with Leipzig right now for Xavi Simons' signature. And I know Leipzig will want to ask for something around, let's say 80 to 90 million euros. If Florian Wirtz can go to Liverpool for 100 million, how about, Xavi Simons? If Ekitike can go to Liverpool for 95, how about Xavi Simons? So these are the things. Xavi Simons is a proven goal scorer despite not being a striker. Don't let anybody come here and tell you, oh, Chelsea is always going for average players. Whereas these average players has been doing wonders. This average players has been doing wonderfully well. Don't let anybody gaslight you and talk you into that. The boy Xavi Simons is good. He is good. When he comes into the team, he can either be a perfect backup to Kopama, or the manager will drift Kopama right and Xavi Simons plays as a 10. That is just the plan. We need fresh players in all positions. Chelsea very much going to touch, very much going to sign, an attacking player. And not just that also, Garnacho is still in the question. Remember, I said it. Chelsea will enter Garnacho's case 100%. hear me on this platform for the first time. Chelsea will enter Garnacho's case for the first time if Manchester United, become serious with Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson will be very open to join Manchester United. Remember, as at the time of this video, everything is speculation. Everything is speculation. Nicholas Jackson's hope right now is to fight for his place at the club, at Chelsea. If he is going to fight for his place, improve, why not? Top Frank, exactly. Simon is a very aggressive and attacking wise. I've said it before. The boy is good. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't let anybody tell you, Chelsea have started again. They are going for Xavi Simons. Liverpool signed Florian Wirtz that scored the same number of goals with him for 100 million plus. And you said Chelsea should not sign Xavi Simons. The boy likes Chelsea. He likes Chelsea. And you're telling us Chelsea should not sign him. We will sign him if the right, things comes up. Jackson messed up, Jackson messed up the 2 years Chelsea gave him. Of course, Jackson was feeling on top of the world because he was the only one we had then. These are the problem. He felt like Chelsea would not do without him. Opportunity was given. Opportunity is there. Jackson did not capitalize on it. Over 114 persons on YouTube. Wow. Jackson was, did not utilize the opportunity given to him. And now Chelsea has said they will never repeat the same mistake this season, this coming season. We will never repeat the same mistake. We will beef up the club, make sure that there is never a time again that we will, rely on only one player. That was why Chelsea went all out in getting, Liam Delap and now João Pedro. And luckily for us, João Pedro performed instantly. He came into the team and he performed. Liam Delap has already started showing glimpses of what he can do for Chelsea. 2 years of Nicholas Jackson with Chelsea, what happened? If he was that good, we will not be talking about him being our third choice goalkeeper. Let us be factual here. So that is just the thing. That is just the thing. Now, let us talk about some certain things at Chelsea that most of my brethren that are watching this video right now might not like. Let me start with Wesley Fofana. But before I get into that, Paul Frank said, don't you think we need a backup for Cuckoo? I like that question. Cucurella is our only consistent left back right now. Our only consistent player. Remember, the only one that could have been a perfect backup for him is leaving. Renato Vega is leaving. As a matter of fact, Renato Vega has already told Atletico Madrid that he wants to join them. The only thing that is not allowing that deal to get through right now is the amount that Chelsea is asking for. Chelsea is asking for 40 million euros for, Renato Vega. Remember, we got this boy July. Is it July? Yes, July last summer. On a fee reported to be around 12 million euros. To be fair, if we are selling him for 40 million euros, it is a good buy. But I am one of those people that will always say that we should keep the young boy. But again, you cannot force somebody that don't want to be kept. Anybody that don't want to stay at Chelsea, we cannot force him to stay. We shouldn't have sold Luis Saul. Absolutely, Paul Frank. We shouldn't. So these are the problem. Now, if Renato Vega leaves, that place is literally empty with only Cucurella. So we have to make sure we get in a backup. And what is Chelsea doing? Chelsea is looking at a player that can function in different positions. If you have been taking notes, you will notice that almost all the players that we have been signing are players that can function in different positions. Natural left back are scarce. Of course, Paul Frank. That is true. Chelsea has been following HATO, Aya's young talent. As at the time of making this video, Chelsea is still very much in discussion for that young talent. Chelsea has not pulled out. Chelsea is still very much in discussion for HATO, but nothing concrete as at the time of this live. This is live. You are watching me live. I am streaming live right now. This is not, I just shot a video and uploaded. This is the time for live. Let us discuss. You are dropping comments. I am seeing your comments. You are seeing me. And we are discussing football about Chelsea. In case you are a Chelsea fan and you have not subscribed to our channel, do so now, so you don't miss up when discussion like this comes up. Back to the topic. HATO is 19. What can this boy offer to Chelsea if we eventually sign him? He can offer us two things. He can offer us the ability to play as a center back. He can even offer us the ability to function as a left back, thereby becoming a backup to Cucurella. That is just the thing here. HATO can function effectively to that regard. We could have, kept Renato Vega, but the position we want him to play from, he doesn't want to play there. He doesn't want to play as a left back. He said he naturally wants to play as a center back. Hello, my dear. He wants to play as a center back. That is just the thing here. He wants to play as a center back. And now, talking about that our center back self, there is a problem there. Now, you may have not noticed in that center back, there is something we need to get out from there. Badashiu most likely going to leave. Levi Kowi, he is our key man there. Our key man there. No retreat, no surrender, no leave, no transfer. He is permanent there. Tosin Adarabioyo can be sold anytime. He can be sold anytime. Chalobah that we also have there. Remember, Chelsea is one club that love profits, and Chalobah is a pure profit. Chalobah is a sweet profit that Chelsea cannot wait to collect. Why? He is an academy boy. Any money that is coming from Chalobah is purely profit. There is nothing like add and subtract. Oh, make we come out how much you buy him. Make we come know the balance. No. If we sell Chalobah for £40 million now, for example, it is better than selling somebody we bought for £50 million for £60 million. I hope you got the point. Because that £40 million is a pure profit. Shout out to Barcelona. Malik said as to say shout out to Barca. Shout out to Barca. Are there Barca fans in the building? So that is just the thing. Imagine Chalobah is sold. Disasi is gone. We'll be left with Disasi is leaving. Badashiu might likely leave. Who do we have in that center back? This is why Chelsea is also looking at signing another hand in that center back position. Now, somebody might want to mention, what about Wesley Fofana? Let me make something very clear. And I know it's not everybody that like Chelsea that will like what I want to say now. Wesley Fofana is a beautiful player. I agree with you. If you say he's a beautiful player, I agree with you. But what is beautiful? What is beautiful about something you cannot utilize? That is beautiful nonsense. If you are a beautiful player and you are not playing for our team, that is beautiful nonsense. What is now the essence of you being beautiful when we cannot use you to win games, when we cannot use you to achieve our aims? That is beautiful nonsense. And to be fair to us, I don't want a player like that at Chelsea. Since we signed Wesley Fofana from Leicester City. You see, in 2022, how many games have he given to Chelsea ever since then? Think it now. Think am now. Look at it now. How many games have Wesley Fofana played for Chelsea? So he is -1 already. When you are talking about squad, when you are talking about things, don't add Wesley Fofana because he's already a minus. He's already a minus. That is just the thing here. If he gets better today, God willing, he gives you 2 to 3 to 4 games injury next, and the injury will take him out for several months. How far? Thank you so much, VJ on YouTube. How far? So we don't want injury-prone player like that at Chelsea anymore. And I made a video about this. Some people were criticizing me. I said, using Romeo Lavia, now let me move forward to that center midfield. Using Romeo Lavia's case, I said, those recruiting players at Chelsea need to be very careful. Those that are, undergoing and taking care of the medicals at Chelsea need to be very careful. Do you want to tell them when Romeo Lavia underwent his medicals that they did not see that there is definitely a problem with Romeo Lavia? Of course there is. Feel free to gift us on TikTok. Just feel free, gift us. We appreciate it. We'll give you a shout out. So that is just the thing. They saw all these things. They believe we can handle it. They gave him a free pass. Oh, he has passed his medicals. Then after that, problem. How many games has Romeo Lavia played for us ever since he joined us from Southampton? How many games has he played for us? So these are the problem. We don't want players that are injury prone again at Chelsea. We don't want that. Thank you so much, God bless you for that gift. We don't want that at Chelsea. Left for me, if Wesley Fofana gets better, he should leave. Romeo Lavia, we should be looking at, taking profit on him. So that is just the thing. Exactly. Now, Xavi Simon. Wow, what's that? Thank you so much for that. I don't know what that is. Somebody dropped a gift on YouTube, but I don't think I've read the state to start seeing the gift here. But thank you for that. So these are the problem. Chelsea is 100% ready for the new season. 100% ready for the new season. I am glad that we are getting in good players that can function effectively well for the team. And that is just what it is. So, Xavi Simon case, 100% on. Chelsea still discussing with him. But Chelsea, first of all, is looking at the possibility of letting Nkunku leave or Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea have their eyes on HATO. They are looking at the possibility of making something happen. Chelsea have their eyes on Garnacho, but they're looking at the possibility of Manchester United coming in for Jackson. So that is it for today on Football Update. Remember, Arsenal have no excuses anymore. They have gotten their striker right now, Viktor Gyökeres. So for everybody that have joined today, subscribe, shared our video, liked everything. God bless you all. I think this is the 30 minutes of my time for today. Thank you for always interacting and sharing our videos. Thank you for being a member of this beautiful family. Thank you for always supporting Mr. Linah. Everyone from outside Nigeria, Ecuador, Kenya, Ghana, London, US, everywhere, joining us from all around the world. God bless you all for tuning in. Remember, same time, same day tomorrow. Same time tomorrow, West African time, 8 p.m. West African time. We would love to see you again. I think people have started gifting us on YouTube, but for now, we won't be able to see them But when YouTube monetize, or this channel is pretty much new, but when we monetize on YouTube, we'll start seeing them. God bless all of you for tuning in. God bless you, Queen of Greensby, for tuning in. God bless you. Let's go back to editing and uploading videos. Bye for now. See you next time. Let's go. Here it is.